Another late start. Let's get going. See if we can pound it out. Quick, quick, quick. We did in fact record a bonus Dynamite and Doom episode last night. Luckily, we did that earlier in the night before we got sucked into practicing more Final Fight LNS, uh, which went well. It's a game that you wrap your head around, and then you can do a lot better in my opinion. It fights an inertia of older beat 'em ups where you just don't do what you think you can do in the game, but you can just keep on keeping on with people. It has its bullshit moments. I don't like that the escape moves just don't always work. So you're like, well, how do I get out? I'm gonna make a mistake, so these need to work when I need them. Uh, I played through it on the Musuo mode. I might upload. I really do want to upload another video on it because I feel like it's a video people need to see visually what you need to do differently. Like, you could probably give someone a copy of Streets of Rage 4 and they'll be able to choose whatever difficulty they want and get through the game, and it just won't really matter, and they can push for like score. In other words, that game, Streets of Rage 4, like implements difficulty in what I think is the like more evolved sense, where you reward people for their capability rather than lock them out for not having it. And it's not like people can't play that other game on easy and you just play it on easy forever. Hooray! There you go. And in fact, in LNS, if you just beat it on easy over and over, you'll get everything you need. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can just go and kick that stop sign in the beginning and unlock all the characters. Kind of want to like back up my like save game and then go in and see if yes, you can just kick that sign and you have everything. That would have been kind of fun because I kept sticking to a character because I felt like, oh, I really don't know how to play this game. I got to stick with what I know. But that wasn't necessarily true because the more that I mess around with other characters, well, once I got the game understood, I could play other characters and be like, oh, I can do this with this guy, I can do that with that guy. I still value the grappler characters in that you get these big long animations of grapples that like make you invincible for the duration, and they hit other enemies, and some of them do a lot of damage when you hit them. The standard throws, the up and down combo ender and walk into them, grapple and throws, they don't do as much. They do a very moderate amount of damage. You can go into training mode and see how much damage things do, and the reason I say that is because I'm trying to think of what's going on. I see throws on certain characters. They all seem to do about the same damage. I want to say the variance is like 27 to 31. It's like 4 to 5 points out of like 30-ish points. That adds up over time. It makes difference in edge cases. So I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm sort of like, it's not like the difference between like 20 and 30 damage or something. You're like, whoa, that's clearly visible difference. When one character's doing 29 and one's doing 30, you're almost not going to notice it in regular gameplay. Like I think I maybe I can just do it in a video later today if I get the energy. You can probably hear in my voice I'm kind of tired. I need to get this going and go get my walk done. Even though the PT lady told me I need to take a break, I don't see how I can take a break. I need to walk. Maybe by take a break, I'm just gonna make sure I don't have to do anything for friends and family for one day. And I don't mean that nastily. I'm just saying, like, some days it just keeps piling on. Make sure my light's going here. Hey, I tapped you. I'm trying to eliminate that glare from back there that we get that looks kind of cool, like a lens flare, but also looks really stupid. I guess it doesn't blind people when they look at the video. The video is not going to be any brighter. It's not going to actually have the light in it blinding people. Um, yeah, it's good stuff. Gonna go for my walk. Got to reply to CDs sending me some good texts on a thing we've been talking about. I'm gonna probably walk to our Chain of Lakes Drive meeting place. So we haven't met yet, but we plan to be able to meet up. As long as I can keep my schedule under control instead of being a maniac. 6, 7. Sometimes I think I lose count on these when I'm talking and doing them, because I've got the motion down pretty well, so I don't have to focus on getting it right nearly as much. And so I end up wanting to talk while I'm doing it. I wonder if someone's ever made just like a little, I guess it'd be like a pedometer, would use like the technology of a pedometer. But you would just put it on a weight and it would notice when you go like up, down, and then would count it for you. No one really runs into it. Like, who like live streams their workout and talks the whole time through their workout? I don't know. Maybe Dan Harmon did. He said I remember when he canceled his podcast, he said he was gonna like live stream his workouts. I should be like counting on my offhand so I don't like lose track. Because I was already, how many have I done? 10. Like wound's looking pretty good. Maybe we'll do a video where we talk about that a little bit tomorrow or the day after. Here comes Zathers for the get in on the downstairs version of the video. Make sure that this doesn't cancel on me. Lots of little producery things to do. We were lucky. We found the Simpsons WOD we wanted for Doom. Because there's a very famous one that's like, I could understand why people like it better. It had more like work done on it, in the sense that they drew a lot of art. There we go. They drew a lot more art and they did a lot of work, but they also took a lot of cues from the other WOD, the one that we just happened to have when we were kids in '96 or so. And the other one's like Ultimate Doom or something. That you're like, that's like not a great name, because that was the name of a release of Doom, Ultimate Doom. So when you see Ultimate Simpsons Doom, you're like, is that for Ultimate Doom? Is that for Doom 1? That's another separation. I think Ultimate Doom or Doom, Final Doom for sure. No, Ultimate Doom, I want to say, is Doom 1 and Final Doom is Doom 2. And they're all kind of marketing things for like re-release packs. But they mean that you're using different engines and things. And so when he names it Final Doom or Ultimate Simpsons Doom, is like, huh? The wild thing is we found the Doom 1 version of the Simpsons WOD we like, and that's a distinction too, because there's some monsters and stuff missing in Doom 1. So when you pop it onto Doom 2, which it lets you do because there's no like flag or anything that says like, hey, this is only for Doom 1. It just does what it can in Doom 2. And a lot of the things have the same name and such in the files, and so it works. But then when you'll get to, like in Doom 2, they have like Barons and Hell Knights, Barons of Hell and Knights of Hell, and they basically look the same, but luckily they had different file names, so one's like green and one's red. like the old video game thing. This is a green Abobo. This is a brown Abobo. One's weaker, one's stronger, but they more or less visually function the same, other than the color, and the mechanics are the same and shit. So it works. You get to the Baron. You're like, oh, this Baron, which just this Baron is Apu, but the other one looks like a regular demon in the game. They're like what they normally look like. So we scrambled to find. We put the recording on pause. Scrambled, found the Simpsons Doom 2 by Blaukamp or whatever his name was, and we didn't even find it in the archive. I think people mess up at the id archive. They mess up by they're like, oh, here's the Simpsons wad. It's a different name. It's like Simpsons Sprit wad sprite, and so you're like, well, that's that one, and then they don't like archive the other one. I have to go really look. You'd think there'd be like a simple thing like I want Doom 2 wads, and then I want Simpsons, and they would all be there. You know, sometimes people made like a Simpsons house wad or something, like map of their house and stuff. So we ended up finding it. It's a hell of a thing to go check out if you've never seen those kind of wads for Doom. Even if you're not interested in Doom, if you have any interest in the Simpsons, and an unlicensed but great Simpsons thing that makes people, in our experience, like even if you don't really like Doom, you end up engaging with it because you're like, look at this crazy thing. Go check it out. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.